What's up, folks? Casual Dad here with a quick tip about Baldur's Gate 3. I've been reading a bunch of different character class guides and some kind of playthrough stuff and watching a fair number of videos because I just can't get enough of the game. And one thing that not a single one of them has mentioned is that you can still change the class and stats of all of your companions. They keep being like, oh, well, if you want your party composition, this, blah, 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 but you may be missing this. And it's like, you know what? So here's how you can do it. All you do is you have to have them in your party, which you can actually do by talking to them in camp. You can actually talk to any of them and say, hey, I need you to wait here. Talk to someone else, be like, hey, I'd like you to join me. And then they are added to your portraits here. Double click on them there. So you have to click on them here. They have to be in your party. And then you have to have recruited Withers in that first dungeon in Act 1, which of course you did, right? And then all you do is just select them, go up to Withers. I'm actually going to go ahead and do it.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
I do, right now. Then you just choose the same option you would as your player character, change my class. And then it just resets you. And so you have to have the 100 gold on hand to do it. I don't know if that goes up later in the game because I haven't played that much, but yeah. So this is one of the things that I absolutely love about Larian's RPGs. I can pick any class. I can just make Astarion be whatever. And I really love that because in historically playing these games for years, you would find all these characters and they would have their set class and you would build your party around what you needed, right? So that was always a big downside to me is that there are a lot of characters I'd be like, you know, I really like you. I'd like to have you in the party, but like, I don't need another wizard. Or there'd be this complete jerk. Like there was this mad mage in Baldur's Gate, in Baldur's Gate 2, who constantly talked about wanting to murder you. And I was like, you suck, but I need a wizard. Yeah, and so that was a real bummer. But with this, I was first introduced to this in... yeah, and so then you choose your class, and then it... Oh, I think actually... I missed it, because you can change your class, and you can actually change your... Let's see how much gold. Technically, I don't have the gold. Let's see here.
Fate, spent. Dost thou require a new...
So I'm not 200 gold, but that's okay. I've got a bunch of extra gold, whatever. But yeah, so in... Divinity Original Sin 2, you would meet a companion, and you'd have this dialogue option where they would join you. So you click on your class, and then you also click on abilities, and this lets you respec their stats. So you're not stuck with whoever in any given way. You can change this as much as you want. He does not need all that wisdom. What is this? Drop that. Can't do that. Do I have enough to go to 18? What do I need to go to 18? A lot. And I will say, too, I wanted to point out that in classic D&D, you get your bonuses, right? So there's your +2 and your +1. Yeah. So in D&D, it's usually assigned on just the raw every 2 numbers, right? So at 10, you get 0 bonus. At 12, you get +1. At 8, you get -1. In Baldur's Gate, there is actually a difference between 10 and 11. So like your jump distance actually changes. Some of your damage stats actually change based on the odd numbers, which was a shock to me. So 17 dexterity is actually different than 16 in some fundamental ways. It'll come up a lot. So, and then I can even change this. Like, I don't care about performance on you. Let's take that off, and we'll go ahead and go with perception. No, I can't do that one. Let's see. I don't really care about acrobatics either, so we'll go with... Let's see, sleight of hand I want, stealth I want. Ooh, that's a bummer, so I can't do that. We'll go with investigation. And I still have one more... Sorry to spend too much time on this one. I see why I ended up with performance. You know, we don't need a +7 to sleight of hand. We'll go ahead and put that into perception. Very nice, okay. And then for this, let's go ahead and go with athletics. Yeah, anyway, why not? And then you can level up. So what I just did is I changed my individual stats. I chose the base class, which I think he already was, but I wanted to make him a little bit more roguey, where he was very kind of balanced. the Constitution really didn't seem to serve him very well because he take a bunch of damage real quick. So I want him to be stealthier and faster. And we'll see if that makes a difference. I'm considering changing around my plus bonus, but no, we won't do that. Anyway, so in Divinity Original Sin, you'll meet this character and they'll be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm really good as a mage, but I'm also pretty good as a rogue, or I can be a ranger. And it wasn't those exact same classes, but that was kind of the gist of it. So you could find a character that you like based on their personality, have them in your party, and then change them to be whatever class you needed, which was just mind-boggling. And I have never seen it before in any of these RPGs, and it is so freaking cool to see. So you can make your party whatever characters you want, and then change their classes to meet what you need for the party. And you can change it in-game if there's something that's not working, which is so good. But yeah, so you change your stats, you change your class, and then you just level up to what level you were, the same way you would as if you were leveling up for the first time. Yeah, so my personal favorite for Divinity Original Sin, I had Lae'Zel in my main party, and I expect her, she's comes stock as like she's going to be a mage. That's what her backstory is set for and everything. I want to change that. This is where it got me, because I really don't like him as Arcane Trickster. It just doesn't seem great. I like Assassin. Oh yeah, especially for that initiative bonus. Anyway, I'm fairly low level. This is just the beginning of the game. I just wanted to demonstrate how you can change your companions' classes, because that's huge. Say you're like, oh, I really want to know Shadowheart's story, but I don't really need a cleric. I think I need a druid, for example, if you want to have someone who talks to animals. Because she has the wisdom, that's great. Or you can just change everyone's stats around. I first discovered this because Will was a
Can't give up now.
warlock, and I was like, you know what? I don't need a warlock. I need a bard. So I set him to be a bard, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Although there may be narrative consequences down the road if you have, like, say you change Gale to be a fighter, for example, and then suddenly there's some wizardy thing later down the road. He may have a little more trouble doing it than he did before. So that is something to watch out for, but that has not been an issue so far. Even with Gale as a bard, or not Gale as a bard, excuse me, with Will as a bard, I pretty much immediately was confronted with a narrative situation that happened with him where his warlock class actually was kind of pertinent. And it didn't matter. Didn't come up at all. So anyway, just wanted to highlight that there's a lot more flexibility to designing your party, so you can choose who you want based on personality and then build them however you want. Good luck out there. Have fun.